Did you see the latest from old Dougie Ducote? Yeah, he had this little meme on there that said Democrats are to be investigated to see if they've got any ties to America. Oh, Dougie thinks he's witty. He thinks he's witty. Yeah, it'd be funny, Doug, if it wasn't so damn pathetic. You see, Dougie, that's called projection. You project onto your opponent what you're guilty of. It's a psychological mechanism for the brain to not have to deal with the truths. So you project onto Democrats that they need to be investigated because we just don't know if they've got any ties to America. Well, Dougie, here's the truth for you, since you're psychologically weak. It was your party that's taking money from the Russians. It's your party, Dougie, that is up to its ass with Russians. It's your party, Dougie, that cheers on an orange buffoon as he's on his knees swallowing Putin. You're psychologically weak, Dougie. You can't handle the truth about yourself, Dougie. Can't handle it, can you? And your idiot clown posse can't handle it either. They'd rather you put out a meme saying, we got to investigate those Democrats to find out if they've got any ties to America. And it was your party, Dougie, it still is, that is contorting themselves into all kinds of pretzels because they wiped their ass with the Constitution. It's playing out in front of you, Dougie. But you can't admit that to yourself, can you? Cause you too much psychological pain, Dougie. Can't admit that to yourself. You see, a psychologically strong person can accept the truths about themselves. And when it's pointed out to the psychologically strong, they evaluate that new information and make changes accordingly. But that's not you, is it, Dougie? No, because you're weak. You're psychologically weak, Dougie. You can't stand the truth about yourself, so you project it onto others. And they just laugh, have an old good time with yourself. And your clown posse, they just love themselves. They just love you, don't they, Dougie? Yeah. It's your party, Dougie, and people like you that listen to the stupidity coming out of Trump's mouth and think that's just okay. You see what he said about Puerto Rico? He said it's an island out in the middle of an ocean, a big ocean. You can't just drive trucks there. And that's the stupidity, Dougie, that comes out of his mouth. The stupidity, like he's having the EPA check into water uses because apparently people are flushing their toilets 10 or 15 times. But he looks around the room like he just told the world some new fabulous information. You're psychologically weak, Dougie. You can't admit the truth about yourself. You can't admit the truth about your clown posse. It's your party, Dougie. Your party that got Russia's help in the last election. It's your party, Dougie, that cheers on the orange buffoon as he's on his knees swallowing Putin. It's your party, Dougie. It's not the Democrats doing that. It's your party, Dougie. It's your party, Dougie. But you can't stand the truth, can you, Dougie? Because it causes you psychological pain. You have to erect this big old blind spot in your thinking so you don't see stuff like that. Hell, you could hide a whole planet in your blind spot, Dougie. A whole damn planet you can hide in that blind spot you got going. You're psychologically weak, Dougie.